Welcome to 4-H Camp Counselor Training 2017. This is a special training session on the dress code specifically. As counselors, we ask you to set a good example by following the dress code and helping your campers do so as well. The dress code was included in your camp packet along with your packing list. So if you need to refer to that, go ahead and do that. We prepared these slides for you to help you remember the dress code and make sure that you're following it while you're. So the most important rule of following the dress code at camp is to make sure that your clothes are comfortable. You don't want them to be too tight or anything that you have to worry about messing up. And make sure you're wearing comfortable clothes. Shorts that are fingertip length are required, and gym shorts are allowed as long as they are not tight or very short. So like bicycle type shorts or spandex things would not be appropriate. There are specific kinds of shorts that they don't want you guys wearing at camp because of the way that they fit. And in this picture, I call your attention to the girls who are covered in paint from Marshmallow Paint War. That's one of our favorite activities at camp. But make sure that you bring clothes that you don't mind getting messed up. The paint often does not come out of your clothes, so you need at least one outfit to play this game in at camp. And that's important because we don't want you to go home and your parents be upset about your clothes being stained and the paint not coming out. That's not all of your clothes have to be like that, but bring one set of clothes they're just gross clothes that you don't mind bringing home and then being stained for all time and eternity. Another thing to consider is that we don't want any holes in your clothing, not in your shirts or your pants or your shorts. So holes in the clothing is not permissible at camp. Make sure that your tops are appropriate. Blouse straps must be at least 2 inches wide, so there are no spaghetti strap, halter, or tube tops allowed at camp. There should be no cutoff or muscle shirts, and no offensive or inappropriate language, graphics, or logo t-shirts. And be aware of the cut of the shirt. This is particularly pertains to girls most of the time. No low-cut shirts. Your undergarments should not be showing at any time. That is one of the rules on the camp checklist. Swim clothes. We get lots of questions about swim clothes. Tankinis or one pieces for females. Your tankinis the top needs to touch the bottom, if that makes sense. So the bottom of your top needs to touch the top of your bottom if you're going to wear a tankini. If you're going to wear a swimsuit that does not meet these requirements, so a tankini that touches top and bottom or a one piece, then you need to wear a dark shirt over your swimsuit. We all know that if you're wearing a white or a light colored thin t-shirt, we can see right through it, and that negates the purpose of you covering it up. So if you're going to wear a bikini, you need to wear a dark shirt over your swimsuit. And boys, you are not allowed to wear Speedos. Water shoes are mandatory for all activities. You do not have to wear your water shoes to the beach. If I understand correctly, you will be able to wear your flip-flops to the beach on beach day, but for all other activities, closed-toed shoes must be worn. We're going to see that in a second, and water shoes are mandatory for all water activities. Again, closed-toed shoes are a must. I told you you'd be seeing that. Make sure they're comfortable closed-toed shoes. This is for your safety. If you need to run, you need to be able to run without worrying about your shoes coming off. If you need to, or if you're walking through the field and for some reason there are stickers or rocks or whatever, ants, we don't want them to get right to you. Most of the time you'll see them if your shoes are closed before they actually get to you. So closed-toed shoes are a must at camp. You will not be permitted to walk around camp at any time for any reason without closed-toed shoes on. With the exception of this one event, the dance on Thursday night. Sandals are allowed for the Thursday night dance, but all other dress code rules apply, so make sure you're following those. This will be the one opportunity that you get to wear sandals. And that concludes our presentation on proper dress code and proper attire at camp. You guys know the rules, you know how to act, you know how to dress, and we look forward to having you at camp and expect you to set a great example for your campers and help them to be able to follow these rules as well. So this concludes the dress code portion of your camp counselor training. If you have any questions, contact your local extension office.